Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Den of Possibilities podcast. I'm Pam, an occupational therapist, caregiver advocate, and someone who has lived the quiet, complicated, beautiful truth of caregiving. Before I begin today's story, I want to share something from my heart. These moments I talk about, they aren't always easy to revisit. Some are full of love and laughter. Others hold a mix of frustration, exhaustion, and even grief. But I've learned that telling these stories isn't about blame or judgment. It's about understanding and letting go of pieces we've carried for far too long. Because every caregiver, every family, every therapist, we all have moments that shape us in ways we didn't expect. So, as you listen today, I hope you'll hear not just the story itself, but the grace behind it. The reminder that we're all human, all learning, and all doing the best we can. So I want to share a story with you. And it's a story I've carried with me for years. It's about my sister Paula. Everyone saw her in her wheelchair, bright, smiling, and full of life. But what most people didn't see was all the work it took to get her there. The transfers, the dressing, the positioning, the energy it took to make her comfortable and confident in public spaces. And then the moments when accessibility wasn't really accessible. One day at a family gathering, Paula needed to use the restroom. It was a big open venue, but not built exactly for her needs. It was accessible, ADA compliant, but not always is it totally accessible. I remember the frustration building between me, my mom, and my sister. Everyone trying their best, but all of us hitting that wall of exhaustion and emotion. It wasn't just about the restroom. It was about being tired of fighting for every little thing to work. People saw the moment. Maybe they thought we were just arguing, but they didn't see the years behind it. They didn't see the daily effort, the emotional toll, or the love that stretched through every single task. What I also remember from that day was the feeling of being watched. You know that feeling? When you can sense the eyes around you, wondering what's happening, maybe even judging. In that moment, I felt like no one really understood what was unfolding. They saw frustration, but not the history, the exhaustion, the love that had already been poured out that day, all week, all year. When tensions rise like that, even when others try to help, their suggestions, though meant with kindness, can't always reach us. It's like everyone in the room hits a wall at the same time. That's what I often call overload. When emotions, energy, and efforts all collide, and suddenly everything just feels too much. Overload, my friends, isn't failure. It's our body and brain saying, I've reached my limit for now. And it happens to caregivers, families, staff, and the people we support. When I think back now, I realize something important. We were all doing our best, but we were also all worn thin. I've seen this again and again, in families, in group homes, in day programs. The caregivers who show up every day, who lift, who clean, who coordinate, who plan, and who sometimes cry in the car before walking in. That doesn't make you weak. That just makes you human. So here's the possibility shift for today. Feeling alone is common, but you don't have to stay there. Maybe connection looks smaller than you thought. It might be one coworker who gets it, a text from another parent, a quick moment of laughter with someone who understands the chaos and the love all mixed together. Sometimes even a podcast like this, a voice that says, "I see you," can be a small bridge back to hope. And if today feels heavy, I want you to pause for a moment. You are doing sacred work, even if no one else claps for it. Your effort, your care, your persistence, they matter more than anyone can measure. Looking back, I realized that moment wasn't about failure. It was about being human. We were all doing our best in a situation that tested everyone's limits. And maybe that's what grace really is. The space we give each other to be imperfect, to feel deeply, and to come back together again. Because grace isn't a place we go. It's what we learn to give to ourselves and to one another. So, I want to thank you all for all you do and for showing up again and again with your whole heart. Until next time, my friends, take a breath, take a pause, and remember, you are not alone.